Oh, now let's talk about tools. If you're a developer or someone who's just very curious about this stuff being built, can you name us some few things?
I think in tools, I'll be quick on this. For AR tools like Apple's Arcade, Google's Core, and Snap's Lenses Studio are widely used. They let developers create AR experiences for mobile devices. And for VR, we've got platforms like Unity, Engine, and Unreal Engine. These power many of the most popular VR games and simulations. Then there are the headsets like Meta Quest HTC Vive, PlayStation VR, and now the Apple Vision Pro, which is blending AR and VR in new ways. So both of AR and VR.
So, what's the future? Where are we heading?
I think for future generations, on us, we are shift we are seeing a shift toward mixed reality, which blends AR and VR elements seamlessly. Devices like the Apple Vision Pro aim to bring these experiences into our daily lives in a more natural and integrated way. We're also seeing more social VR where people meet, chat, work together in shared virtual spaces. Think of an example like Microsoft Mesh. However, these there are also challenges. Like there are pros and cons using VR and AR. Hardware costs are still high. Motion sickness, battery life, and content development are all hurdles. And then there's the ethical dimension. How do we manage the privacy, data tracking, and also addiction risks in virtual environments? Diba? Like, how do we manage the privacy and integrity of one's a person using the AR or VR platforms, and but still the momentum is real. As the technology improves and becomes more affordable, AR and VR could become as common as smartphones. Yes.
Mm. So here's the big picture.
So to conclude all of that, I think AR and VR are changing how we see, learn, and interact with the world. They're already making an impact in healthcare, education, retail, and beyond. Developers have powerful tools at their fingertips, but challenges still remains. Whether it's technical, ethical, and financial. And the future, it's looking more immersive, more connected, and yes, more virtual.
And of course, as a tradition, before we end our session, we have a little game. And for today's game, we have Never Have I Ever. I will give you questions or scenarios basically specifically themed around AR or VR. So, for your first one, never have I ever tripped over furniture while wearing a VR set.
Well, my answer is already on my screen. I have not only once, twice, but multiple times already. Because again, if you're using VR, you are not fully aware. Sometimes you're really not fully aware in regards with your surroundings, especially when naano ka na sa game. Like, nadala ka na sa game, nandun ka na, di mo na mamamalayan kung ano yung nasa paligid mo. So, yes, I have already.
Never have I ever played Pokemon Go just to catch rare Pokemons at public places.
Okay. Personally, wait, my answer first, I have never. Personally, I haven't played the Pokemon Go at that time because I think that, as I mentioned, that was 2016, and I'm still on my high school days, junior high school days, I think, and I am not really that techy enough. But I've seen people playing Pokemon Go in a public place. But personally, in my experience, I have never done that because I have never played Pokemon Go.
Never have I ever screamed out loud while playing horror games using VR experience.
Oh, okay. I think yeah, my answer would be I have screamed out loud while using a horror VR experience. Well, for this, I really don't suggest playing horror VR experience because experienced it already, and it's really like traumatizing. It's really scary for a person like me who really doesn't like thrilling or horror. I don't like seeing characters and also jump scares. I really hate those. So, but yeah, I have already experienced scream out loud because I really feel like I'm in the game while using the VR. While using VR. Yeah.
Never have I ever punched someone while using or swinging in VR.
That's that's too much. I have never because first of all, whenever I play using VR, yeah, VR headset, I most likely go without or in a room where no one is around, especially when I'm just playing on myself. So, personally, I haven't punch or accidentally punch someone or swing them using while doing VR, while playing VR. Okay.
And lastly, never have I ever felt motion sickness during a VR experience.
Okay. Well, I think this is common, so yes, I have. Especially when it's your first time using VR headset, I think you're really going to have a motion sickness, felt motion sickness, after you play the game or while you're playing the game, because again, you are seeing what is not real, but you feel like it is real. And then once you turn it off or you stop playing, parang you feel like am I still on this game? Am I still on am I going to trip or something like that? So yeah, I think this is really very common to all of us using VR or have experience using VR, to felt motion sickness. Yeah.
An absolutely mind-boggling session, isn't it? It's very interesting to see what kind of situation we've had experience before. Hate to say this. I hate to say this, but this is the end of our session.
Okay. That's it. You have only five. Okay. Thank you so much for that.
And I hate to say this, but this is the end of our session. And again, I want to thank Miss Lovely Zacharias for sharing the augmented reality and virtual reality with us. And I hope you guys learned something more about it.
And yeah, I think that is it. Thank you for tuning in to Bite Me. If you enjoy today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your fellow tech enthusiasts. My name is Lovely, and thank you for having me here on your podcast, Lao. Got a question as well, or want us to cover a specific topic? Hit us up on our socials at Bite Me Podcast. Goodbye.
I wish you guys learned more about it. So, yeah, see you to our next episode. Goodbye!